Alright, what is up guys? This is Rant, aka Darth Lugia, and in this video I'm going to be going over Vanguard's Divebomb attack. Now this is integral to his moveset, it is integral to so much of his game plan. It's important for combo extensions, combo starters, but there's actually a lot more to this move than what you might expect. So I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the more unique mechanics of it, the unique aspects of this move, to help you utilize it to its max potential. So let's go ahead and jump into Vanguard mini guide number 2. Okay, so I am going to have timestamps available in this video for people who want to fast forward to the specific elements, but I do want to start with kind of the basics of the move. So we'll go over the basics, and we'll get into kind of the more complicated issues that this move is associated with, right? How you can use this to the best of its ability. So first off, the basics of this move. Once you use a dive bomb, as soon as you land, whether on hit or on block, you can immediately cancel into your other S options, right? So this is your air S attack. Right, if you even look at your move list here, it's called Impact Strike. So when you land on hit, you can immediately cancel into your S's and you get a full combo. Now this means that you cannot go from your S directly into an A or your dive bomb directly into a B. That does not work. Same on block or on hit. So just be aware of that. So as soon as you hit this dive bomb, you do want to go directly into your S's on hit, because that is how you get your big damage combos off of this move. Right, and we'll just go ahead and we'll just end here. 404, right? That's not a bad damage combo, and that's completely starting with your dive bomb. So first, it can be used to start combos. It can be used to start high damage combos. That is great. It can also be used for mix-up. Now this game does have a hold to block button, right? If you just hold guard, then you will block left-right mix-ups. However, the weakness of holding guard is people can be grabbed and they cannot tech if they're holding the guard button. So they might not be going for that as often as you think they might. So people might not be utilizing the holding guard option, in which case you can utilize this move to get some left-right mix-ups. So we'll go directly over our opponent, right? And it is hard to see which side of the screen we fall on. So now we have the Berserker set to guard all of this, right? So as soon as you initiate the dive bomb, it stops your momentum and you go straight down to the floor, right? So you can use this for some tricky looking mix-ups, right? You can do a cross-up like this. You can pretend to do a cross-up like this, right? You know, be right up in their face. You can jump and just immediately go into the dive bomb, and it makes it difficult for them to know which side you are going to be landing on. So mix-up options with this move are pretty powerful. Let's say that your opponent does block the move. That is a fantastic position to be in. As soon as your opponent blocks this move, a mind game has been started. Now your opponent essentially has 3 options that they can do, and some of those options, you know, might be yours. However, I'm going to show you what each of those are so you can kind of understand. So first off, the opponent can simply guard. If they guard, that is honestly the easiest, best possible option for you, because Vanguard can just go into his guard break setup. So if they guard this, they respect us, boom. We're just going directly into our options to go for a guard break, right? And if we get a guard break, we get ridiculous damage. That really is not difficult at all to get. You know, this is 770, and that was a simple combo. That was not even close to, you know, some of the 820 damage combos you can get. But again, that's the example. If they just respect you and they just block, it is your turn. You get to start your mind games, right? Putting in your staggers if you want to, or just go directly into your block strings. So if they block, you've essentially won this round. And they can guard cancel, but again, that's 100 meter. That's to get you off of them. It is great for you if they just choose to block. However, they do have 2 other options. And the first option is to mash their fastest possible button. So for Berserker, that is his 2A. Right? So every time he blocks, he's immediately going to mash his 2A. So let me show you what happens here if he does that. We're going to do our dive bomb directly into our S, our side slash. Now, we traded. However, since we hit with such a heavier attack, they're in hit stun for significantly longer than we are. First off, the damage, we won the damage, right? We did 90, they did 40. However, since they are in hit stun for so long, we can just go into a full combo. So here we go. Boom, we'll trade, and then we can use our conversion I talked about previously to go into just a few other combo options. And this isn't necessarily optimal or anything. However, you know, example, 400 damage just for trading, because they tried to be impatient, they tried to mash buttons. Now, Kunoichi, unlike Berserker, has a 5-frame 2A, and that's the fastest possible button in this game. So, we're going to have Kunoichi do the exact same thing, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go for our Divebomb into our stand S, and let's see what happens here. So, we actually get hit before the stand S comes out. However, this is not a big deal, because instead of going into our stand S, we will instead go into our 2S, which is a few frames faster. So let me show you what happens here. Boom. So just like that, again, we get a decent combo. We can get a little bit more damage though. So let's go ahead and see what other options we have here. And you can even go into this if you want to. I wouldn't say there's a huge reason to necessarily. It's not bad though. It's not a bad option. Then boom, 443, right? 443 off of doing a 2A option against Kunoichi. Okay, now their third option is to DP. So we have our Berserker set to reversal DP. As soon as they block something, they're immediately going to go into their DP. So let's show you what happens if we try to do our usual setup. We get hit out of it, right? Berserker's DP has good range, it can hit us out fairly simple. There are a couple options we can do. We think a DP is coming. So the first thing we can do is we can just wait. We think a DP is coming. If they've been doing it consistently, we can just simply hold off and punish the DP after we block it. So we'll go down, we'll wait for a little bit longer than we normally would have to because Berserker's DP has a big hitbox. And we'll go into the full Vanguard combo. You've seen them all a million times, so I'm not going to, you know, put too much pressure on actually getting the perfect combo. However, that is, you know, that's the example. So you could wait if you think a DP is coming. However, we have a different option that might work out even better against a good variety of the characters. So Berserker blocks, and we'll go for our back S. Now this option is too slow to beat the poke, right? The poke beats us, especially if we're directly in their face, right? The poke goes just far enough to take us out of this move. However, if you're slightly further away, then it starts a counter hit combo, which is fantastic. Okay, so your opponent blocking this move puts you in a great position. There's a mind game here, right? Options could be selected by the opponent that could beat you, you know, depending on what you go for. But now you know what those options are, and you can start to bait out some of them. You can start to, you know, go for what you think is just the best possible solution in each of these, against each of these options. And then once you get that mind game set up, then you can start being cute, right? You can go here, then you go for another one, for example, right? Or you can go here, run up, grab, right? Just get into their heads. Use this as a tool often. You really want to utilize this really often, because more times than not, it works out in your favor. Now, not only is this a great move against blocks, it is also a great move against a lot of characters' DPs. So let me show you a few. So let me show you this. We're going to go ahead and jump in. She's going to see us. She's going to go for her DP, and we will completely and utterly win that trade. And again, you can do all the combos you want in the world. You know, they're there. Now, let's talk about Hitman. Hitman is definitely one of the better characters in the game. And his DP is pretty great. The range is solid. It pushes you pretty far back away. In Awakening, he has a ridiculous, you know, follow-up after it. However, it does not cover directly above him. So exactly the situation here. We're going to be directly over the top of him, and we're just going to blow up that DP. This is especially useful if we are in the corner. He's going for his DP, and we're just on top of him. But he cannot stop us with the DP. He can stop us if his timing is perfect. Now this is also where we can utilize the fact that this move changes our jump trajectory, right? So here we're jumping in, he can see us and he can DP us if he sees us jumping in. However, if we use our dive bomb, it changes our trajectory and we can go over that DP. Now, the final thing I want to talk about is combo damage when starting a combo with the dive bomb. Now, I'm going to show you two combos that are almost identical, but they have a slight difference. I want you to pay attention to the combo damage on the top left. So the first one, we are going to start with the double hitting version of the dive bomb. Yeah, so you saw the 2 combo hit on the left. However, if you hit the opponent kind of in front of them or a little or behind them, depending on where you're at, there's a 1 hitting version of this combo. So let me show you the 2 hitting first. So we just hit him with the 2 hitting dive bomb, right? And we'll just end safely with 397 damage. Nothing to sneeze at. Very good combo. But let's see if we hit with the 1 hitting dive bomb, how this combo changes. Right now, this combo is almost identical, but you do have to add a delay after the 4S before you go into your brandish. This was pointed out to me by a subscriber on the channel, Munchy. Huge shoutouts to you. Thank you for mentioning this because it helped out this route a ton. So let me show you what is possible here. We got 1 hit, then we're going to delay slightly to bring him closer, and we're going to run up, dive bomb just like we always do, and we'll just go ahead and end here, and that's 414 damage. So pretty significant change from the double hitting to the single hitting from, as a combo starter. Okay, and that's going to do it for this one. I know this video is probably longer than I expected it to be, and I apologize for that. But this move is integral to Vanguard's game plan. So please, please utilize it to its max potential. There's so much to do with this move, and it should really be used often. Now, I want to give a huge shout out to Munchy once again for commenting about the delay and also just being active on the channel. I appreciate it a lot, man. And I also want to thank you all for watching. So feel free to subscribe if you want to see some more DNF Duel content, some more Vanguard specific stuff. I'm loving this character. I'm going to keep playing him. I'm going to keep making guides. And that's it. So yeah, if you want to see more of that, then please stick around. I will see you in the next one.